Armed conflict has overtaken Syria's eastern city of Dergizor as tensions deepen between local Arab tribes and the PKK-YPG terrorist organization. Here's what's happening in the city. Some factions of the Dergizor military council are fighting against the PKK-YPG's brutal practices, which include forcibly recruiting minors and both arbitrarily detaining and forcibly displacing civilians. The Syrian branch of the PKK terrorist organization YPG is supported by the US-led Global Coalition Against Daesh and was able to gain control of Dergizor under the pretext it was combating Daesh in the region. But the group's criminal activities towards civilians have contradicted this pretext. Clashes erupted on August 27 when PKK terrorists detained one of the leaders of the Dergizor military council, Ahmed al-Habil, following long-standing tensions between the two groups. Several local tribes joined hands under the leadership of Aqidat, one of the largest tribes in the region, to drive out PKK-YPG terrorists. Following heavy clashes, the combined tribal forces were able to clear 33 villages along the east of the Euphrates River, but the terror group later recaptured 2 of them. PKK-YPG terrorists reportedly detained numerous civilians and looted houses and shops in the area while being pushed out of Izbe village. In response, the terror group launched multiple mortar and rocket attacks targeting opposition-held areas, killing at least 8 people and injuring others, including children. The local tribes used heavy weaponry in a counterattack targeting the PKK-YPG positions, with numerous casualties and injuries reported. The fighting spread to the Manbij district of Aleppo, where PKK-YPG retains control. The region is located 30 kilometers south of the Turkish border and has been a focal zone in the conflict with PKK-YPG terrorists. Arab tribes cleared a number of villages in the north of Manbij and a hill in the same region during operations, forcing the terrorist group to retreat to the center of the Manbij district. The armed conflict has since been intensifying between Arab tribes and the terrorists in the PKK-YPG occupied area of Dergizor. Arabs make up the majority of the population in Dergizor, but locals have found themselves in the throes of the PKK's control amid ongoing turmoil in the region. Despite US sanctions on Syria, YPG-PKK terrorists seized control of the region's natural resources, using their revenue to finance their terrorist activities. Ankara said it is closely following the recent clashes and branded the recent developments as a new manifestation of the PKK's attempts to dominate Syrians through violence and the violation of basic human rights. In its more than 40-year terror campaign targeting Turkey, the PKK has been responsible for the deaths of nearly 40,000 people, including women, children, and infants.